I'll just test in just a second.
Okay. I can clean fast.
Okay.
Could say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
So he can hear us.
Yes, now let me just test this.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm muted.
I'll text him and just make sure he didn't do it again. Okay, well, we'll stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have this roll otherwise I forget. Okay. So please call, roll call, please.
Okay, Lyons,
Here.
Reiner, Kate's,
Here.
McEwen,
Here.
Duran.
Okay, let's get started with Hinson Consulting. I'll turn it over to Mitch.
All right, I think I got Brent on here and I think he should be good to go.
We can. Hello there. Council, any questions on it?
One thing I noticed on page 2 in the position profile, it mentions the GRC transitioning to city in the coming years. That is transitioned already.
Is everybody on board with the salary increase?
Well, that would be if you hire somebody at that,
Preferred.
the preferred qualification.
Would you say masters with 5 years?
That, tell them what that all entails.
The preferred qualifications would be the 5 to 7 years experience in a city administrator role, correct, Brent?
And based on our experience last time, we didn't find that anywhere close to that, correct? For people that we were interviewing?
Could we go lower than the 123 then if we were to end up with somebody that doesn't have, or do we have to?
Yeah.
This is the 123, that's just if they have all those, okay.
Yeah. What's the ad gonna look like for this role? Will that be is that gonna be how it's communicated in the ad for the position, is that that's our salary range is the 123 to 130 something? I just wanna be realistic. I mean, I just wanna be realistic. That might scare some people off that don't have a master's with 5 years, which is exactly what we saw last time, even with Mitch applying with his master's, but like that was a unicorn, right? So I just don't want to scare people off that may have some qualifications. Like it might make sense to keep that in our back pocket to have the conversation with the right people. And you could always put under like, requirements for the role. It would be nice to have X, Y, and Z, but I don't want to keep it realistic, right? Yeah.
So one other question is, when someone's looking for a job, a lot of times they look for like the comprehensive package, including benefits. So I didn't see anything in here about discussion of benefits for the position. Is there any need for that? Okay.
Teresa, do we have something like that, like put together that just kind of highlights our benefit package?
In our handbook, but, in this memo letter, he discussed, like negotiating a benefit package for someone who comes from experience. Like if they've been a city administrator for 5 years and they're already getting 3 weeks of vacation, you know, that they probably are looking to start at something
Yeah.
similar, so.
Yeah, I meant just more like the health, dental, vision, like that kind of thing. But yeah, usually vacation time and sick time is, I mean, we can negotiate.
Yeah, we
that
could
if
get
need to.
Brandon updated
Yeah.
benefits package.
Sure.
One thing Mitch and I did talk a little bit, maybe Mitch talked to Brent more about it than me. Instead of doing like we did last time where we had the public thing come in on the evening, maybe not doing that this time in the interest because we didn't really have anybody from the public other than those people that we selected to be on the interview, to not waste that timeline. Maybe just have a 1 day thing where we can get things done so that we're not. What's your feeling about that?
Was that just where we opened it up for?
It was open to the public to come for the reception,
Yeah, okay.
but really the only people showed up, we had the department heads there, but
Yeah, that's fine. So you want to just do away with that altogether?
yeah, I kind of do so that we don't have to put together a night where you're
Yeah.
having to do hotels, depending on where they're coming in from.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? You okay with
Yeah, if
that?
it was a popular thing and there are a lot of people, I could see doing it, but
But we didn't, yeah,
yeah.
it really wasn't.
Mm.
Okay. Okay,
I would say if we wanted to do something with the public, to squeeze in an hour, like after lunch or something, where it's just
if you decide to
open
do
while they're
that,
already
yeah.
here, instead of
yeah.
like a whole nother day. Get the whole town
Yeah.
after lunch.
Yeah, do what?
Get the whole town after
Oh,
lunch.
yeah, they don't come.
So I wasn't involved in this process the last time, but what is the purpose of that meeting? The one with the public?
To give them an opportunity to.
Mm-mm.
Have anybody.
We didn't have anybody.
I think it's just the people we invited.
Yeah, it was kind of a wasted night, in my opinion,
I
just
think I
because
only talked to
all
the
the
council
stuff I bought
members
and
and
brought.
department.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to talk a little bit more with
Yeah,
candidates, but
yeah.
I remember there was one guy there who wasn't
And
necessarily
he,
invited, he was a
candidate, he applied and didn't
Oh, I
get it,
remember
yeah,
that.
so
Oh,
he
that
came
was
to
all of
check,
our
and that's the
meetings.
only outside
Yeah,
person
yeah.
that was there, yeah.
Well, it's scheduled for Friday, May 29th. be out of town that weekend. We got a big birthday party to go to, just, you
Okay,
guys can,
yeah.
I'm gone that week.
Is there any way we could move this up
Bump it up?
anytime too? Yeah, the calendar.
Date.
Date and when's
I keep saying
graduation?
sooner than later because Mitchell will already be gone and the longer we.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't think the 22nd Friday, the whole week before, because you get Memorial Day as
Memorial Day
Monday.
weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe like the 27th.
Yeah, but that would require all of us to take a full day off of work. If they,
Oh, that's, I mean, all of this is gonna require that, right?
well, if they don't start interviews until noon on Friday, I'll be fine. Like, I don't have to, I'm done on noon on Friday, but.
yeah, and I was just throwing that out there. If the
Yeah.
29th is what it's gotta be, I'll
You could just,
I'll try and do every part
Do
of the
it, yeah.
process along and,
if
Give your
we do
feedback
second
on the
interviews, you
resumes
could be
and-
in on the second
Yeah.
interviews if need be.
yeah, oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is the interview group, is it gonna have, involve public people too, or just the,
I think we should. I thought it
We
was
did
good
last
feedback.
time, it was, yeah.
okay.
Okay, we
Yeah,
can get, we can get a list going, we can all share a list of who you
Yeah.
think.
I just
I
didn't
was-
know how having one, Donnie not being able to participate would impact it. It was just us, but sounds like it's gonna be a bigger group, which.
Well, last time, we had like 2 council members and another person, and you have prepared questions.
Yeah.
And you work through those questions, and there's, say, 10 questions, you only get through 5, so the next person, you only ask those 5. You don't go any for,
Yeah. Yeah, I participated in that day, but just not.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were,
okay.
he was an interviewer, that's right, from the school.
Oh, yeah.
He just didn't know the whole, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
that does,
No.
okay, so we
Okay.
could come up with a
It's only been
list.
14 months, but you think I'd remember that?
I don't remember it.
Okay,
Too soon. Too soon.
and you think, well, probably gonna have to do the 29th, or would you do a Saturday, the 30th, if you guys are working? I gotta ask council, with the 29th, could you plan to be
You
here?
could get off, it doesn't,
You
we
could
don't
get
start
off?
till noon.
How about you for your job?
I'll have to check the calendar.
Close to the last day of school.
Be half a day. We'd only have, you'd have to start at noon, you don't have to do the tours or anything.
Yeah.
So it'd be afternoon.
And is this second interview, like, is there second interviews built into the schedule? Cause it says that we're like gonna be making
No.
an offer.
No,
Oh, she just mentioned second interview, so I wasn't sure.
I didn't know if we would have to,
Something that-
yeah.
Okay.
Brent, will you be sending me all of the applications to look at? Are you weeding through them first, or how are we doing that this time? Okay, I would appreciate that. Okay, and I can't remember, how many did we interview last time? What were we, I know we didn't have a.
Four?
Was it four? Did we decide on four?
It was 4.
It was just four, okay, Mitch remembers.
I do remember that.
You remember that? Okay. Any other questions, council?
I don't think I remember any of the questions.
Yeah, don't give them a head start.
I don't remember any of the questions.
Where all are you gonna be advertising for us? On the league? Will it be on the league page, Brent? And is it in there? I'm sorry. ACMA, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm. La Vista is interviewing a lot of people right now too, so there might be some overlap there.
What's the plan for when Mitch is gone, between the time we hire somebody? Who's the second?
He's going to show me update me on revenues and bank rec. So we will need to talk about this, so. Yeah. Okay, so we can do that offline. Any other questions for Brent?
No. So not right now.
Okay. Brent, anything else you'd like to say? Okay,
So do you want to do a motion to approve the posting?
yes, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the posting as we've discussed.
So moved, Lyons.
Is there a second?
Kate's,
Okay, any further questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Reinhardt,
Yes.
Lyons,
Yes.
Tran,
Yes,
Kate's,
yes.
McEwen.
Yes.
Thank you, Brent. We'll be in touch. You too.
Thanks.
Okay, next on the list is Shore and Associates. A motion to approve a proposed budget audit for the city of Glenwood's financial statements for the next 3 years. We do them in 3-year increments, I don't know if y'all know that. And the audit fee would be $11,000. It could go up to 13 if a single audit's required for federal funds, if we were to get federal funds in the next 3 years for anything. In addition, $600 they normally charge. They do the prep for the annual report to the state of Iowa, which is worth every penny to make sure it's accurate, so.
So this is the people we currently use, and I thought it would be helpful to the next person to just get them on board so that we have the auditor all set up
And they're familiar with us,
And-
yeah.
and lined up for this next year. And the fee's pretty much the same as
Yeah, they do go up.
current fee. And currently they will up to a single audit because we get the CDBG pass-through funds, but in a year or two, we won't have to. do
Yeah. Okay.
motion?
So, yeah, need a motion
All right, so move Duran.
and a second.
Kate's,
Okay, any questions? Roll call,
Just-
please.
just
Oh,
one-
yeah. go
One
ahead.
quick question. How many years have we used them?
This will be the
Third cycle
Yeah.
of 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have gone
It's
out
technically now,
before. And-
it's actually a new lead auditor. The
Yeah.
person who was the lead auditor
Yeah,
before just
Diane's
retired,
retired.
so now we have a new lead auditor on it, but through the same firm.
And probably in 3 years, I would recommend maybe doing an RFQ out there, but we didn't have, we had 3 we can go to and one didn't respond at all, and I mean, they just, that's what it is.
I'm.
We even checked, do we have to do an RFQ, and they said no. We checked.
Yeah, I know.
Tim's a former auditor.
My
so-
experience at this recently has been horrible. I sent out 10, I got 1.
Yeah,
back.
so
1.
we were.
Wow.
So there aren't very many.
There aren't that
auditors
many
do
left
public
in the world.
entities,
Yeah.
So if we're comfortable with them, and I've heard really good things about Shore,
They are very
so,
good,
I'm in favor of it. so.
yeah. Well, and they will be very beneficial to the new person because they're gonna remember things and help. I know they helped me with my first
I asked
audit.
them a lot of questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very, very good people, so. Okay, roll call, please.
Lines,
Yes.
McEwen,
Yes.
Reiner,
Yes,
Duran,
Yes,
Kate.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to get a motion to go into closed session in accordance to Iowa Code 21.51I to discuss the purchase or sale of a particular real estate only where premature disclosures could reasonably expected to increase the price that the governmental body who would have to pay for that property or reduce the price of governmental body which would receive that property.
So
That's all I'm
moved,
gonna
Duran.
read. Thank you. Second,
second, Reiner.
okay. Roll call?
Kate,
Yes.
Duran,
yes.
Reiner,
Yes.
Lines,
Yes.
McEwen.
Yes. Thank you, 5:57, we're in closed session, so you can shut off YouTube and
Thanks, Eric.
Mary, shut the doors. Happy birthday.